Hey, Big Dave, the middle-aged gamer here with another episode of Fallout London, Hares and Piggies, and we're back at Wimbledon. Because it's time to go and join Camelot, at the very least on a trial basis. We'll see how far it lets me go in Camelot before it cuts me off from the 5th. And, you know, maybe we'll do all the trial stuff for all three of the factions. We've already done Angels. Okay, we got the Wandsworth Pindar coming up, and there really isn't much in there. We discovered that during our Angel run-through. That's not a nettle? Huh. Okay. But there is something else at the Wandsworth Pindar that will be worth taking out, provided I find it. And if I don't, I don't. Oh, never mind. You found me. No worries. Alright, well, successful fight means we save. And we move on. And we get some glow leaf. Uh-oh. Bloaty. Just want the damn nettle. There we are. Uh-oh. When did I take out the bloat mother? Okay, I see what the third thing was. I was trying to aim at, but couldn't. It was Churchill. Damn bloaties. Okay, we got a couple more larvae trying to hide. And an ice cream truck playing green sleeves. Alright, well, successful fight means we save, and I'm a little disturbed. Oh, rapeseed. No shit. Wild rapeseed. Oh, well, not wild rapeseed, but you know what I mean. Rapeseed in the wild. You know how hard it is to find that stuff? Although I think in this game it's used more of as a tea than for its oil. But yeah, didn't think I'd find a rapeseed field in this game, but here we are. Okay, so Whoop. Well, it did get us closer to where we need to be, and more rapeseed and a steamer trunk. Okay. It was a weird way to get there, but I got there. We'll save.
Hail, fella. My respects to you. Your exploits are known here. Have you come to join us?
What do you know of my exploits?
Westminster's usually closed to us commoners. Parliament even more so. But you, you got those signatures and beat the gentry at their own game. All within their sodding laws. In a fair world, they'd let you in. Instead, they chucked you in the nick. Typical, innit? When you escaped, it's only natural fate led you here.
I would like to join Camelot.
That's what I like to see. Usually I send recruits to Merlin, but you'd be wasted as a levy. Go find Arthur. He'll know what to do with you.
All right. Camelot is open to us. So what do you think? 'Tis a silly place? Wonder if I made that joke during my last run through. My 1.02, the Take 2 run. All right. So, yeah, this part of Camelot does not look too groovy. Well, some beds if you need a place to crash. Careful not to steal anything, though.
Stop this madness at once! Is there not a grain of sense between you?
If the old man wants to fight, let him.
By all means, fight. Such is the custom of Dueler's Ditch, but not to the death. Do not spill the blood of your compatriots.
Compatriots? Do compatriots break honest agreements out of spite? Do they lie and cheat? The Baileys are nothing but crooks.
My family followed that ridiculous agreement to the letter.
This matter was resolved. The Round Table decreed half the forest to be preserved. What happened?
Card, burned to the ground.
And was this your family's doing, Thomas?
Of course not. The old man's deranged. What good is a charred forest to us? We're carpenters.
The Radstags have fled for the hills. The land is useless to us now. Your half-wit of a father thought we'd sell it to you.
Don't speak about my father. You have no idea.
One of you, John, call this off. No one will think any less of you.
They've gone too far this time, Arthur.
Thomas?
I need to defend my family's honor. I won't take these accusations sitting down.
Very well. Commence.
Who?
Oh, that was a nice move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait!
Will you not cheer the victor?
He was a young man, John. This feud has gone on too long. I shall send someone to investigate the matter. It will be resolved.
He agreed. Such is our way.
Take a guess what our first job's going to be.
Some will judge me for what has happened here today. They'll claim that because I could have stopped it, I should have. What do you think?
They both agreed to duel. They knew the stakes. They should have the freedom to make that choice.
Yes, I had similar thoughts. Freedom of choice is important to many of my people. I have to refrain from exercising power whenever possible, even if I want to. I have only the authority my people have given me. They trust in the end, when Westminster falls, that democracy will take its place. Everything I do must be towards that goal. Any unnecessary use of power will break their trust, and trust is keeping this movement together, not strength. Anyway, don't get the wrong idea. Our tourney grounds across the field are oft used for friendly bouts. Speak to Galahad if you're interested. Is there something you wish to discuss?
I would like to join Camelot.
Good. You could be the missing piece. I'm relieved Lancelot sent you to me. Merlin would have you running the beep test. Our contact in Westminster told us of your story. You are no doubt someone who can perform beyond rank-and-file duties. I had some things I wanted to ask you if we ever crossed paths, but now isn't the time. There's a more pressing matter at hand. This feud between the Fletchers and the Baileys, it started as bickering, but now there's blood involved. I fear it will escalate further until one of them is driven from the land. This is not what anyone wants. To lose either family is to lose the food on our tables or the tables themselves. Hunters and woodcutters are the basis of any decent civilization. On top of that, if we're ever going to finish Merlin's trebuchet, we need supplies and aid from both families. So, I need a trustworthy outsider to investigate. In short, I need you. Consider it your initiation. I'm getting the feeling that you're not taking this seriously.
What do you want me to investigate?
Once upon a time, the two families were friendly. They're neighbors. The Baileys even helped the Fletchers build their treehouse. It's an impressive structure, I must say. The conflict stems from a piece of disputed land. The Baileys kept expanding their lumber yard into the Fletchers' hunting grounds. When the Fletchers appealed to the Round Table for judgment, none had a superior claim. So we split the land in half. They both felt robbed, but the matter was resolved. For a time. That was until the fire. A section of the land caught aflame during the night. It was mostly on the Fletcher's side, but the Baileys weren't unscathed. They both accuse each other of starting it. If either claim is truthful, then sanctions would have to be handed out. I need you to get to the truth of the matter, and I want some evidence.
What do you think of this land dispute?
Well, to be entirely truthful, I think it's unnecessary. The Baileys easily could have expanded their yard in a different direction, or made do with what they had. Same for the Fletchers. That land may have been their most bountiful, but they have acres of Camelot territory to hunt in. I suspect pride is mixed up in this somewhere, on both sides.
Who do you think started the fire?
I have no reason to suspect either family. They both accuse each other of the same crime, and I don't wish to inflict bias on your judgment.
Fair. You said I could be the missing piece. Missing piece of what?
Us. Camelot. Pieces are falling into place, and the gentry are on their way out.
I'm ready to carry out the investigation.
Good. Start by questioning the leaders, Edward Fletcher and Harold Bailey. Get both sides of the story. Then investigate the scene of the fire. See what you can find. Lancelot ordered patrols to keep an eye on the area and warned everyone to stay clear, so nothing should be tampered with. Once you've brought evidence of the truth, I can bring you into the fold. For now, I'll let Lancelot know you can come and go to the castle as you please. Good luck.
Okay, so now that we got that, we need to head to the Great Oak Tree and Wandsworth Substation. We've been there before, clearly, so now we get to go there again. We're going to start with the Great Oak Tree House. Okay, so we're back at the Great Oak Tree House, and now we got to go up the Great Oak Tree House. Now, we've seen this before. It's very impressive, indeed. All right, let's talk to Edward Fletcher.
Need something?
I've been sent by the Round Table to investigate the forest fire.
It's about time. There's been too much confusion around this fire. It must be stamped out.
I see what you did there. Who started the fire?
Harold Bailey himself, I suspect. Or maybe his father. I doubt he would have gotten any of his boys to do it.
How did you know it was the Baileys?
Who else would do it? If you have any evidence to the contrary, then fair enough. I'll put a sock in it. But I don't know anyone else with a motive.
What are your thoughts on the Baileys?
Well, I'm certainly not shy about making their involvement in the fire known. I think they're good people at heart. They're just stubborn. They know that land is ours. We moved into the area and claimed it weeks before they even arrived. And they think just because they helped build this place that we owed them. They receive banquets of food in return. More than fair. This was the early days of Camelot, nearly 8 years ago. They could have starved without our generosity.
What were you doing the night of the fire?
I was preparing dinner for my family. I'll do a terrific venison stew. Here, have a can.
Hey, thanks. I got no further questions.
Very well.
Why did John Fletcher challenge Thomas Bailey to a duel?
I'm not sure. I'll be honest, what my brother did was regrettable. John and the boy weren't part of this feud, or at least they shouldn't have been. Being knights of Camelot, they lived at the castle. Seems they had a feud of their own after the fire, a microcosm of conflict. It's unfortunate it escalated. I almost lost my Mary last year to illness. I can't imagine the pain Harold must be going through. Whatever he did, no one deserves that.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Edward Fletcher, hunter by trade. Me and my family packed up shop and came to Albion 7 years ago, from Brumley. Back there, we had to fend for ourselves. But here, we're protected. We can hunt in peace. It's a good living, and we're good at it. Me and my brother come from a long line of huntsmen. Our father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all stalked the wastes, and I hope my descendants will do the same. Mary, my oldest, continues the tradition. Sarah, my youngest, can't stand it. Says it's cruel. Each to their own, I guess.
Need any help around here?
Wouldn't say we need help, but if you ever fancy picking up a spear, I'd pay you well for any game you bring us.
What have you got for sale?
Let's see. We might still have some surplus in storage.
So we got ourselves a merchant. Got a quiver. Rubbish fiend. Plenty of food. And stuff we normally would not be running into, like ground peacock. But yeah, they got like every single meat in the game, which is pretty cool. And some arrows and shotgun shells. All right. Now we head to the substation. We'll talk with the Baileys. Oh, there's Mary Fletcher. Hello.
Why didn't God give Radstags 2 bodies instead of 2 heads? That's the bit we don't eat.
Good point. I have some questions.
For sure. Go for it.
I've been sent by the Round Table to investigate the forest fire.
I bet it was the Baileys. They most likely discovered fire for the first time in their lineage and got carried away.
Ouch! Tell me about yourself.
I'm Mary, Camelot's greatest huntress. I've perfected the art. My cousin Damien's pretty good, I don't doubt it. But I'm the best there is.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stranger.
Okay.
Greetings.
I've been sent by the Round... I'm sorry for your... Let's start with this. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. That means a lot. Most people want to forget what happened, like it's an inconvenience.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Susan. I grew up in a small tribe outside of London. I met Frank when he was a wandering trader. He came through the town with his father. I decided to go with him and never looked back. We eventually settled down here to raise our family properly. The road is no place for children.
I've been sent by the Round Table to investigate the forest fire.
The Round Table sure took their time to send someone, but that's not a slight on you, dear.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Alright, so she's taking it pretty hard. Can't say I blame her.
Can I help you?
Why are you limping around like that?
He had an accident, that's all. A tree fell on me. Hazard of the trade.
Been sent by the Round Table to investigate the forest fire.
Yeah? Good. Not sure who done it myself. All I know is that my brother shouldn't have died over some popsy forest.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Are you? You Round Table lot could have stopped it. But you didn't. You just stood and watched it happen.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Ryan Bailey. Not much to say, really. I don't get up to much. I work hard and I keep my head down.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Grab the ticks there. And get around the limper. And we'll talk to this fellow here. Harold Bailey.
Hello there.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I didn't lose my son. He was taken from me. That whoreson, John Fletcher, murdered him. He can call it a duel all he wants. Fletcher knew my son wouldn't refuse. Thomas would have done anything to defend our family. Worst of all, Fletcher knew he'd win. He's a trained killer since birth. It was murder. Murder hiding behind the notion of honor. John Fletcher is a bitter old man to rob my son of the rest of his life. Someone with a good sword hand should give him what for. I should try myself. I want to tear his guts out with my bare hands. But all I can do is swing this axe. And my sons already lost their brother.
I've been sent by the Round Table to investigate the forest fire.
Good. The truth about this fire will prove our innocence.
Who started the fire?
The Fletchers. I don't have any evidence, but I know it was them. That may not be good enough for the Round Table, but it's good enough for me. They're criminals.
What are your thoughts on the Fletchers?
They were nice enough at first. We even helped build that treehouse of theirs, but they quickly revealed their true colors. That land is rightfully ours. It's on our side of the walkway. Stopping our field at some arbitrary line is ridiculous. They have the entire woods to hunt in. Do you know how much additional manpower it takes to haul wood long distance? I used to think they were just stubborn. Now I know it's something more malicious. After what they did to my son, I'll never forgive them.
What were you doing the night of the fire?
Listening to the radio. I always tune into Nigel's show in the evenings. I'd almost drifted off in my chair when the smoke got me up. I thought the whole forest was going to burn down. We managed to stop the spread with the water from the pond.
Edward Fletcher accuses your family of starting the fire.
Of course he does. Look, I know this fire doesn't look good for us. It mostly being their land. But I promise you, it wasn't us. The Fletchers are conniving. They know if we ever did something like that, we'd face sanctions. Most likely, they'd get their half of the land back.
I have no further questions.
No worries.
You need any help around here?
We have too many workers for the little land we have. But we'll buy any wood you can spare. Give you a good price for it, too.
What have you got for sale?
Wood, tools, and other bits. Furniture is made to order, though.
Well, he's got weapons. Okay. He's got some clothing. He's more of a general dealer, looks like. And then a specialist like Fletcher. $16 pieces of wood. Any shipments of wood? Oddly enough... Oh, wait, here we go. Lots of shipments of wood. 250, 150... Oh, no, wait. That's steel. And lots of ammo. Alright, good to know. What'd you find, buddy? Is that what you were borking about, buddy? Alright, so let's head to the fire. Sun's starting to set. Here we go. Alright. The Radstags won't be back anytime soon. Oh, it's Churchill. Alright, so let's see what else we can find. There's an antler. A piece of Radstag antler could have broken off during the commotion of the fire. This must be where the fire started. Nothing to indicate how it happened. So we just need to keep looking until we find something. Alright, that's the dead Radstag. Alright, let's see how far this goes. The doctor leaves. Okay. That's Churchill again. This was always a bit of a pain. Dry blood. Dry blood. Someone or something was injured out here. Follow the blood trail. Okay. That's the doggo again. Okay, see, I'm having a hard time finding the blood after this splat here. Well, the thing is, we know where it kind of leads back to. Now, what we need to do is explore around here. That's not what I wanted to find. Okay, that's interesting. That's a caravan spot. Okay. What am I missing? Okay, that's the blood. Okay, hold on. What if I'm going the wrong way? Can I just go in a circle? Okay, there's more blood. That's good. We're getting it. The trail of blood ends here with what looks to be a medical kit. It must have been a person that was injured.
Need help?
Let's talk
Hello,
to Timothy.
Sir S. Name's Timothy.
Sir S.
Or Timmy, for short. Saw the fire with me own eyes, I did. Thought the old forest was a goner till it started chucking down. Could be I can help with your investigation. Always fancied a career in sleuthing.
How did you know I'm investigating the fire?
I watched you snooping round like a prat. That's why.
How can you help me with the investigation?
Well, since I don't fancy digging round in the mud for clues, I can do you one better. I saw a bloke light the fire that night. I didn't see his mug. I was watching from the lumberyard, but he was suited up like a Camelot knight. He ran off to the old shack over there. I didn't follow him or nothing. I'm not supposed to go out on my own. So, did I crack the case or what?
Is there anything else you noticed about the man?
Not really. It was dark until the fire properly got going. By then, he'd run off to the shack.
What are you doing in the lumberyard so late?
You know, checking the trees. It's a family business.
I'll be sure to include your efforts in my report. Thank you for your time.
No worries. I'm always glad to lend a hand to those in need.
Okay. So here's the shack in question. A broken lantern. A partially shattered lantern. Could this be the cause of the fire? And an incriminating letter. John Fletcher, I have a cunning plan to get one over on the Baileys. At night, start a fire in the forest. They can't expand the lumberyard then. Your brother, Edward Fletcher. Now, I don't know if y'all caught that. Check the letter's authenticity. Alright, so looking at the map, it wants us to go back to Camelot. I'm not ready to make an accusation yet. We'll grab some wild cauliflower while we're down here. Some more conkers. And we'll save because it's been a minute since we did that. Save again.
Hey.
I've been sent by the Round Table to investigate the forest fire.
Those Baileys couldn't stand to leave a nice woods be. They had to chop it all down for the sake of materialistic things like shares. They didn't get their way, so they burnt it down.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Sarah. The rest of my family are hunters, but I know better. The animals feel pain just as we do. They act like I'm some kind of revolutionary.
Goodbye.
Later.
Need something?
I found this letter addressed to your brother from yourself. Care to comment on it?
What? Let me see that. Well, this certainly isn't my handwriting. Looks like it were written by a child. And why would I address my brother by his full name?
Exactly.
And most importantly of all, why would I have him burn down my own land? To get one over on them? That's ridiculous. Us Fletchers don't act in pettiness. trick by the Baileys, no doubt. I trust you to see the truth of this letter and dismiss it in your inquiries.
I have some more questions about the fire.
Fire away.
Harold Bailey accuses your family of starting the fire.
Baileys are the type to deny reality when it suits them. Of course we didn't burn down our own land. We're simple folk. We don't like trouble.
No further questions.
Very well.
All right, goodbye.
Later.
So, yeah. I had a feeling that was a very dummy letter. So, all right, where are we going? We are going northeast. There's Mary again.
Can I help you?
Tell me the truth, Ryan. Why are you limping around like that?
He had an accident, that's all. A tree fell on me. Hazard of the trade.
That wound looks to be inflicted by something sharp, not something as blunt as a tree.
Oh shit. It's not what it looks like. At least, it didn't happen the way you think. Please, just let me explain. It was an accident. Me and Timmy were sneaking off to the tavern that night. We wanted to surprise Thomas. One of those bleeding radstags came out of nowhere and ran right into my leg. I didn't even notice I dropped the lantern. We ran off, and Timothy went to get me some bandages. By the time he came back, the fire started.
And that's why Timothy was trying to lead us to the shack. He wrote that letter. Why did Timmy try to frame someone else?
I don't know. I told him not to. We knew this fire would be bad for the family, me especially. I guess he wanted to protect me. Probably afraid of losing another brother.
Does anyone else in your family know about this?
No. I think my mum suspects, but she doesn't know. My dad wouldn't believe it even if he saw it.
That'll be all. Your confession will be used as evidence.
Please, tell Arthur the whole truth. Make him understand.
Okay, so now if we look at all of the optionals, we've already checked the letter's authenticity since we figured that part out. Okay, now we just need to find Timothy. And make him spill about but you know what? We don't need to. Honestly, we've got everything we need. Let's go back to Camelot. Okay, back at Camelot. There we go. What are you aiming at? Alright, there we go. Okay, we're going to save, then we're going to talk to Arthur.
How goes the investigation?
I know who started the fire.
Go on.
It was the Baileys.
As I unfortunately suspected. The evidence?
It was Ryan Bailey. He has an injury consistent with the one sustained by the perpetrator. It was Ryan and Timothy Bailey. Ryan confessed, but it was just an accident. No one else knows it was them.
I was so sure this was about the land. I didn't think Harold and Edward could both be wrong. What exactly happened?
They were sneaking off to a tavern, a radstack rammed into Ryan's leg, and he dropped the lantern.
Those poor boys. The guilt they must be feeling over their brother. Terrible. I'll have a talk with them. Consider the matter dealt with. I know Edward Fletcher. He's not one to demand sanctions over the mistakes of two boys. And Harold? Well, I'll talk with him too. I asked for the truth and you gave it to me. Now I must act on it. I shall be glad to settle this dispute amicably. Thank you. You've done well, and proven yourself worthy of Camelot. From this day forth, this land is your land. You shall defend it as your own. I bestow upon you the rank of sergeant. May you serve it well. Now, I had questions if we ever cross paths. Questions about our new head of the civil service, Smythe. Guinevere, our agent in Westminster, has been looking into them for years, but they remain elusive. Who are they?
She's the leader of an underground organization known as Angel. She controls the gentry from behind the scenes using an army of clone soldiers and scientists.
I see. That's some alarming intel. How did you come by it?
I woke up in one of the Angel labs with no memory of who I was. When I escaped, I followed their trail.
Rough. I imagine that trail led you to Westminster. But who let you in? Few have the privilege to come and go.
I think it was Smythe who put me on the list. They said something about meeting at Westminster face to face.
Curious. I assume that meeting never happened, judging by your prompt incarceration. After you escaped, Tristan and Iseult met you at the tournament. It seems you were more than just an observer. They said you were looking for explosives, so I must assume you were behind the explosion. Why exactly?
A man known as Mr. X told me Smythe would be there. He claimed to be an Angel dissident. It was his idea to blow it up.
So you wanted to kill Smythe, but ended up causing the tragedy that gave them more power. I'd wager Mr. X was more fond of Smythe than he let on. But that's in the past. No point dwelling on it. I expect this Smythe character will take a role in things to come. We must be ready to face all the gentry can throw at us. They're with Smythe now. That gets me onto your next assignment. I want to strike a blow against the Tommies, but I don't want to take military action. At least not yet. Percival is looking into something that you can help with. Speak to him. Good luck, Sergeant.
Okay, let's go and talk to Percival. Okay, our first time inside Camelot and not as a saboteur. Okay, that's the noise I'm hearing. I don't believe we've been introduced. What's your name? Pendragon, loyal knight of Camelot. My respects, knight. Camelot victorious. I like your style, Pendragon. And we also have, would you like to travel together? Aww. Okay, we're going to send Churchill back to London Bridge. We're going to travel with Pendragon. Alright, we lose a bunch of our weight carry, but I have a feeling Buddy Boy here is going to be able to carry a lot more. Ignore the 150. He has a spear. I think we can do better than that. Okay, so Let's get into... where is it? Better companions. Campaign configuration. Custom. Number 5. Unregister, because I think that's the dog. Show stats. Health 535, Strength 8, Perception 10, Endurance 9, Charisma 7, Intelligence 16, Agility 10, Luck 7. Carry weight 280. It's okay. And Affinity 40. Yeah, we'll set the spear for short for now. Come on, buddy. We've got a new buddy. Well, there's Merlin. Not who we're looking for, but we'll talk about him
Hail,
less.
Sergeant.
What was your life like before the Great War?
That's a broad question. I'm not one to reminisce. Not a good habit for people in my line of work. I was in the forces, commando unit. Had a few tours under my belt. Saw a lot. Learned a little. Not a period of my life I hold in high regard. Later, I became a government advisor on specific tactical implementation. Use of military assets. That sort of thing. A period of my life I hold in contempt. I can't help but feel responsible, in some small part, for the Great War. Look around you. I don't think we did very well on the remit of protecting the people of the United Kingdom. The ultimate hidden truth of the world is that it is something that we make, and can just as easily make differently.
Can you tell me more about some of the factions of London?
Who do you want to know about?
Who are the Fifth Column?
Highly organized, highly motivated, well-trained, and ideologically committed. The one advantage we have over them is their lack of organic support. I wouldn't be confident in that remaining the case, especially if their propaganda techniques gain traction.
Who are the Vagabonds?
A threat of yesterday had their hair cut by another outfit of criminals. Think of them like an old landmine. Something that should be disarmed, but easily avoided.
Who are the Isle of Dogs Syndicate?
London's preeminent criminal gang. About as dangerous as they come, but ultimately susceptible to the issues that plague such organizations. Greed, self-interest, dishonesty. The tactics to defeat criminals are tried and tested.
Who are the Gentry?
The Gentry are the complacent mass that we'll have to shift in order to meaningfully achieve anything in London.
That's all. Are you from London originally?
No. I'm from a small coastal town in the west. Truth be told, there was a time where I'd do anything to avoid being in London.
Goodbye.
Farewell. Patience is key, for the quest continues.
A power armor station? What? Throne. Okay, not where I thought I'd end up, but okay.
Ever vigilant.
Here we go. There's Percival. Let's talk to him.
Ah, there you are. Arthur told me of your arrival. I'd stand up to greet you, but I'm too busy with my work, as you can see. I am Percival, head of communications for Camelot. This is my personal office. Quite beautiful now.
Where'd you get all these machines?
What you see here is the result of hard work, perseverance, and my genius idea of stealing the BBM storage key after I quit my job. Now, whatever happens, we have got their bloody equipment and they have not.
What's there to communicate?
Words of encouragement, valiant speeches straight from Arthur's mouth, and near constant reminders of what the gentry has taken from us. Or, as the layman calls it, propaganda.
Arthur said you needed my help.
Help? Yes. Any assistance is much appreciated. You see, one of my duties is to keep in contact with all of the fractured factions in this great nation of ours. Partly to offer assistance, and partly to stop them from getting any bright ideas about assisting the other side. I've been in conversation with a strange tribe based in Brickton, and they are not happy with how these devious Tommies have been treating them. I, for one, can't stand to see oppression, especially when the oppressed have agreed to oust the Tommies in favor of Camelot protection.
So you want me to push the Tommies away?
I can see now why you caught Arthur's keen eye. I want you to go to Brickton and find Roach, the tribe's leader.
Oh, I remember this.
He is a strange man, but you must treat him with utmost respect.
Oh yeah, we know. We know.
He has
Roach.
a plan on how to push the Tommies away. Help him return to me, and then perhaps you'll find yourself within Camelot's highest ranks.
Wish me luck.
Good luck, servant of Camelot.
Okay, so we got our quest, and I think we're probably going to leave it here. The next episode.
London is the place for me.
All right, off camera, I'm going to properly suit up, Pendragon, so we can get him better weapon at the very least, or 3. And next episode, we're going to go back to Brickton, and we're going to help out Roach and the tribe, and it's going to be one of the funnier ways if you don't remember how it went in Take 2. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get the latest and greatest videos as they come in, and to help this channel grow, don't mind the serenade there. This has been Big Dave, the Middle Age Gamer. This is Fallout London, Hares and Piggies. I'll see you all next time.